Who fixed my armor? The alien queen roared. A lone human mechanic answered. Beginning, a mechanic at the end of the galaxy. The Valkyrium Warforge was loud even by interstellar standards. The clang of alloy plates, the whir of plasma welders, the deep thrum of fusion furnaces, it all blended into a constant metallic thunder that made conversation nearly impossible. But Kai Mercer didn't mind. Noise meant work, and work meant distraction. And distraction was good. Humans weren't supposed to be out here, on the far edge of Velker space. But when Earth had signed its first tentative peace treaty with the empire of towering insectoid warriors, Kai had volunteered for the exchange program, claiming he wanted to learn advanced engineering. The truth was simpler. He wanted to disappear, and the galaxy was an excellent place to hide. Now he worked in the greatest armory the Velker had ever built, a place where armor worn by warlords, champions, and even royalty was reforged in molten stellar steel. Kai was one of only 3 humans on the entire planet, and the only one stubborn enough to be a hands-on mechanic. Despite his small size compared to the 2-meter-tall Velker soldiers, Kai had earned a strange kind of respect. Humans were physically fragile, but their hands were precise and their minds adaptable. Kai in particular had a knack for coaxing damaged technology back to life. Armor, weapons, even ancient relics, once thought irreparable. The Velker called him Mektarin, the one who revives metal. He liked that. He didn't like that most Velker armor was designed to crush someone his size if mishandled. Kai wiped sweat from his forehead as he examined the latest repair request. A massive chest plate sat on the bench, shimmering with crystalline black armor plating. A web of burnout circuitry ran along the interior like veins. The impact dents were deep. Whatever wore this had been hit by something explosive. Whoever was inside this got tossed around like a toy, Kai muttered. "Tchak," barked Overseer Grohl, a hulking Velker with scarred mandibles. "That is the ceremonial war armor of Queen Sharva the Unbreaking. You are to repair it without delay." Kai froze. "Queen Sharva? The Queen Sharva?" Grohl clicked his mandibles. "Is there another queen whose armor you would be foolish enough to touch?" Kai swallowed. Queen Sharva was a legend. She had unified Velker clans, defeated Dominion dreadnoughts in personal combat, and famously bent an enemy tank in half during the Siege of Cholera. She was twice Kai's height and weighed more than a shuttlecraft engine. And he was supposed to fix her armor. Before he could ask questions, Grohl shoved a datapad toward him. "Her guard will retrieve it at sunrise. You will finish before then." "No pressure," Kai muttered. But he rolled his sleeves up and got to work. Hours passed in the glow of plasma torches and diagnostic scans. The deeper he dug into the armor systems, the clearer something became. This wasn't just damaged, it had been sabotaged. Rerouted power conduits, weakened integrity fields, even a cooling valve fused shut intentionally. Someone wanted the Queen dead. And Kai, now elbow-deep in the conspiracy's evidence, was in danger without knowing it. But he didn't stop. He corrected everything, redesigned some components entirely, and even added a few human-engineered safety redundancies to prevent the armor from being compromised again. When dawn cracked through the forge's skylights, the armor looked brand new, gleaming, imposing, lethal. Grohl inspected it. Kai braced for criticism. Instead, the Overseer clicked appreciatively. "It looks perfect. Almost too perfect. You put work into this." Kai shrugged. "Just doing my job." But he couldn't shake the feeling that his job had just become a very big problem. Middle, the roar that shook the forge. By afternoon, the war forge was buzzing with unusual energy. Velker soldiers gathered in tense groups, whispering in their grinding mandible speech. Overseers stomped around. issuing orders. Something was wrong, very wrong. Kai was cleaning the diagnostics table when a thunderous tremor shook the building. Then a roar split the air. "Who fixed my armor?" The shout rattled the tools on the wall. Workers froze.
Some bowed.
Others backed away in terror. Queen Sharva had arrived. Kai peeked around a crate and saw her towering form striding through the forge doors. Her 4 arms flexed with coiled strength. Her obsidian exoskeleton gleamed like a moving mountain of razor-edged plates. Her crown horns, sweeping backward like molten steel antlers, were unmistakable. She tossed something onto the floor with a deafening clang. Kai's heart almost stopped. It was her armor, the armor he had repaired. Or rather, she was wearing it. And it fit her perfectly, moving with terrifying grace. Her multi-eyed gaze swept the room. "Who touched my armor without my command?" Grohl stepped forward, bowing. "Great Queen, I ordered the repairs." She cut him off with a gesture. "It is perfect. Too perfect." Her eyes locked onto Kai.
"You,
human, step forward." Kai's feet betrayed him, carrying him forward despite every instinct screaming, "Do not approach the giant battle queen." He stopped 5 meters away, back straight, palms sweating. Sharva circled him like a predator evaluating unfamiliar prey. "You fixed what my own engineers could not," she said. "You restored functions we believed lost. You corrected sabotage we had not detected." Gasps rippled through the forge. "Sabotage,"
Kai stammered.
Sharva leaned low, her face inches from his. "You discovered it, human. I see your alterations. Only one who knew the armor was compromised would modify it so." Kai swallowed hard. I wasn't sure who to report." "You reported to no one," she growled. "You acted." In one fluid motion, she slammed one of her lower fists into the ground beside him. The floor cracked. "Why?" Kai steadied his breath. "Because someone wanted you dead. And I don't like seeing good engineering used for murder." Silence. Then, to everyone's shock, the Queen laughed. A deep, resonant, battle-born laugh. "You have courage," she said, "and a mind sharper than the traitor who sought my death." Kai blinked. "Traitor?" "Stand aside," Sharva commanded. She stomped toward Grohl, mandibles flaring. Kai felt cold. Grohl had assigned the armor to him. But sabotage? No, it didn't add up. Grohl was strict but loyal. Sharva loomed over him nonetheless. "Overseer Grohl, you inspected the armor before sending it for repair. Did you notice the sabotage?"
Grohl bowed deeply.
"I did not, Great Queen." "Then you are either blind," she boomed, "or not the saboteur." Workers murmured in confusion. If not Grohl, then who? Sharva thundered toward the central platform and slammed a clawed fist against the alert beacons. Guards poured in, towering elites with halberd spears. "Close the doors," she commanded. "We flush out the traitor today." Kai's stomach twisted. He hadn't asked for this. He just wanted to fix armor, not expose assassination plots.
But he was in it now.
Middle continued, "The human who saw too much." Kai stepped forward. "Your Majesty, if I may, I think I know what to look for." Sharva eyed him curiously. "Explain." Kai gestured toward the armor schematics hovering in midair. The sabotage wasn't random. It was surgical. Someone knew your armor's internal structure, someone with engineering clearance. Sharva nodded slowly. "Continue." "Whoever did this expected the damage to be misdiagnosed," Kai said. "But they underestimated how humans approach problems. We poke. We prod. We don't follow your engineering logic, we use our own." A few Velker scoffed. Sharva silenced them with a glare. Kai pointed to a cluster of melted conduits. This section was tampered with using microlattice splicing. That tool is elite grade. Only high-ranking engineers have access. Sharva motioned to her guards. Bring me the engineer registry. As they scanned the datapad, Kai continued. Also, whoever did this was sloppy. They fused auxiliary valves. Those valves are redundant in Velker physiology. You can operate under extreme heat. But humans like me use similar systems in our own suits. When I saw the fusion, it immediately looked intentional. So the traitor knew Velker engineering, Sharva said thoughtfully, but not human methodology. Kai nodded. Exactly. Search results appeared on the datapad. Only 2 engineers matched the tool's signature. One was old and feeble. The other. Sharva's mandibles spread in fury. Zverin. Kai recognized the name. Zverin was a respected chief engineer and a vocal critic of humans working in the forge. Her guards dragged Zverin forward. He snarled. This is madness. You rely on a human's word? A soft-fleshed outsider.
Kai winced.
Sharva stepped close enough to tower over him. You would question a mechanic who saved my life when you tried to end it? Zverin bared his fangs. Your empire has weakened under peace. With you dead, the clans would rise again. Strength would return. Sharva seized him by the throat with her lower arms and lifted him from the floor. You have chosen death. The forge fell silent. Kai felt his chest tighten. Sharva looked ready to crush Zverin like a brittle tool. Kai stepped forward again. Wait. The queen turned slowly, dangerously. You intervene in clan justice, human? Kai exhaled. Zverin's guilty. But killing him won't fix the cracks in your empire. Sabotage happened because someone thought your leadership was weak. If you kill him now, you silence him, but not the rot he represents. Whispers erupted around the room. Sharva studied him for several long moments. Then, she threw Zverin to the guards. Imprison him. He will stand trial before the high clans. Kai exhaled, knees a little weak. You speak boldly, she said. I value that. Ending. A queen and her mechanic. The forge gradually returned to normal operations, though workers kept stealing glances at Kai like he'd suddenly grown fangs. Sharva approached him once more, this time with her imposing presence tempered by something else, respect. You saved my life, she said. Not only by repairing my armor, but by forcing the truth into the light. Kai rubbed the back of his neck. Honestly, I just fixed what was broken. That, she said, is precisely why I require you. Kai blinked. Require me? Sharva knelt, a gesture no Velker queen had ever given a human. I appoint you royal mechanist of the unbreaking, highest engineer of Velker armorcraft. You will serve at my side. Kai's jaw nearly hit the floor. I'm honored, but why me? Sharva tapped her newly repaired armor, the armor he had rebuilt with human stubbornness and sleepless determination. Because, she said, you do not see metal the way others do. You see what it wants to be. You mend what others discard. You are unconventional. Kai smirked. That's a nice way of saying annoying. Sharva laughed. Perhaps. She extended one massive hand toward him. Will you accept? Kai hesitated. The job was dangerous. Insane. Completely life-changing. But for the first time since leaving Earth, he felt something he hadn't felt in years. Purpose. He placed his human-sized hand into the Queen's colossal one. Yes, he said. I accept. Her mandibles curved in a fierce smile. Then let the galaxy tremble. The Queen has her mechanic. The end.